It's been a while for so many reasons, and there's a part of me that is coming to terms with a lot of things that were going on in my life that I needed to accept. I find myself really becoming a stronger person and seeing that in order to be a better person, I had to accept and move on from things that I can clearly see now were holding me back, were bringing me down as a person, were draining me of my energy. And I see now that through those things that caused me so much pain, I was given the opportunity to become stronger. I'm not happy about the things that happen to lead me to learn the lessons that I have, which I will say I've learned quite a few lessons. First, no matter how nice I am as a person, no matter how much I'd like to see the best in other people, no matter how much I give of myself to certain people, they will never see me as anything more than something to use, manipulate, or hurt. And I've come to terms with that. And so I had to let those people go. I had to leave those people alone and move on with my life. There are so many things that could beat me up or have me downtrodden right now that's going on in my life, from people just flat out wanting to bully me to people just using my image or using my name in ways that they're pretending to be me and stuff like that. And to be honest with you, there's a part of me that feels very sorry for people who don't realize how much they're hurting a person by doing that. Like, I have had to literally block phone numbers and all kinds of things because there's a person out there pretending to be me. And it hurts that whoever it is, they don't think about how that's affecting my actual life, how that's causing me pain, how day to day I have people messaging me thinking that I'm the one doing this list of things that I'm not doing. And it's a shame, but at the same time, I'm moving on from all of those things. I cannot control what other people do, but I can, to a degree, control the way I react to it. So there's a part of me that is looking at all of these things that have gone on in my past, and I'm going to look at them as life experiences. I'm looking at them as things that have molded me into a much stronger and better person. And I forgive the people who are doing the things that they're doing, because clearly whatever's going on in their life, that's the position that they're in right now, that they have to do that for whatever their reasons are. But hey, I can't do anything about that. Not really, anyway. Other than tell the truth, which is, hey, there's someone else out there pretending to be me, doing things that clearly I'm not doing, and they're benefiting from it in a way that is basically making my life a little bit harder. But hey, that's how life is. I reflect on my life, and I see now that all I've ever really wanted was a family of my own, love, and to bring up children in a really nice situation, and to have love in my life and give love. All these things I don't think are too hard and I don't think they're too much to ask. And there was a part of me, like the younger version of me, who I can see now I've changed an awful lot, because I'm not breaking down and crying about my past anymore in the same way that I used to. I look back and I see how many times I used to blame myself, apologize for things that I knew weren't my fault. I would go through life in a way in which I found myself being a lot more harsh on myself in ways that I should not have been. And now I can clearly see that I am much happier knowing that I don't have to live that way. That there are people in this world who would love me just as I am without me having to do a whole bunch of extra things or put on a mask and pretend that everything's okay all the time. And I am so grateful for that. At the same time, I find myself looking back at my past and wanting to move forward, wanting to move so far away from anything that could remind me of the things that would have me down. And then I end up in moments in which I meet new people who've experienced things that I've gone through, and they end up having me there, something I didn't have, someone there to listen, someone there that actually can relate, someone who can understand what was going on. And I, despite how strange it could be, am thankful that I've experienced those things and I could help someone else to not feel like I felt. And it's a beautiful thing to be able to look back at your past and see a reason for why it is you went through something. A reason for it, something that actually made sense. And in my case, I look back and I say, regardless of how hard it was for me during those times to let go, I'm thankful I did, because I am healthier for it. Things aren't perfect. Don't expect them to be. But I reflect and look back and see that I'm so much better off. I have so much to live for. I have so many little things that I can appreciate in my life, despite the fact that there are things going on that I am not particularly happy with. But I am so grateful to be where I am right now, because it gives me every opportunity to live the life that I want. I also noticed that in my life, no matter what I do, there will always be someone out there that gets joy out of hurting me. And that's where they are in their life right now. And I'm not going to judge them for what they do. But I will say this. I hope that in your life, regardless of what you've done, that the amount of pain that you've caused me doesn't come back on you. Because I truly do believe that people who do stuff like that wouldn't be able to deal with that type of a grief. And this is part of the reason why they do what they do, because their pain is bleeding out into everything around them. So every day I actually sit here, and I'm going to admit it, I pray for people like that. I pray that they find the peace that they need so that they don't go around hurting other people on a regular basis. I pray for them. Because deep down, in order to go around hurting people like that, they are the ones who really have some serious problems going on with them. And they're using their trolling as a method to try to get away from their own issues. So I look at that, and there's a part of me that is really appreciative that I've gotten to this point, that I just wish the best for people. I really do. Because at the end of the day, their actions are a reflection on themselves, not me. And the younger version of myself, I spent so much time worrying or trying to be nice to people or trying to make excuses for people's messed up behavior towards me. And now I've come to full circle, and I see for a fact that I don't have to own their issues. I don't have to understand why it is they're doing what they're doing, and I don't have to acknowledge their presence or what they do. And that's part of growing as a person, I see. And I don't expect everyone to understand or get where I'm coming from here, but I know that there's someone else out there who's going through the same type of a situation in which they were just trying to live their life and be happy and to experience life for what it is without being treated poorly, because they've had enough bad situations in their life. And to all those other people out there who think that there's no one else out there that cares, who thinks that they're the only one going through whatever it is that they're going through, trust me, that's not the case. There's a bunch of other people who've gone through similar things as you. Just, if you take anything from this, know this. Be around the people who actually make effort to be in your life and actually make you have the best in your thoughts. They bring out the best in you as a person. They actually want you to do better in your life. Stay away from people who take and do nothing but remind you of everything that was wrong in your life, where they drag you down. Just stay away from people like that, because they're not going to do anything good for you in your life. So if you take anything from this, because I know I can just sit here and talk and be consumed in my thoughts, be around the people that you know in your heart actually are good for you. And don't make excuses for why it is that you don't live your life to the fullest. So I hope everybody's doing good, staying blessed and feeling well, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.